Mr. K here, back with another NationStates video. In this video, I'm going to be kind of going over some of the changes that has happened since last video, kind of go over some issues and a few other things. I think the first thing I'm going to go over is some of the embassies that I have going on right now. And one of the messages I got from someone who actually viewed one of my videos. So we'll go and check that out real quick. So we're going to go to Telegrams because this is where um, one of the messages I got is from. Um, so the Kingdom of Gulf Camels. Um, so we click on this. They're saying, I'm writing to express my desire to establish an embassy between our two region nations, Ketopia and the Gulf. So I thought this was a great idea. And they go on to say, I believe that the new embassy and the establishment of links will help both areas in the terms of influence and foreign aid. Furthermore, this relationship has the potential to expand into the domains of economy and military pact. They go on to say, I discovered your region via YouTube. I enjoyed your YouTube video. I responded saying, I like that idea. Um, and I appreciate, them, enjoying my video and stuff like that. So I did respond to that, and I do have an embassy going up. We can see it in the notices. If I just go to Ktopia real quick, I will show you in the notices that the building portion of the embassy started. I do think it's finished by now. I think it said like 2.5 days. Um, but I believe it should be done by now, but I could be wrong. Um, so we'll go check that out real quick. It is taking a hot minute for it to load. We'll just go back to Nation and then click Ktopia. Here we go. Okay, right here. So we got the embassies right now. Construction of embassies with the Gulf has commenced. So we still got 12 hours for that one. And then the Fredonia, could be mispronouncing that one. I also started to build that one as well, and that's going to be done in about 12 hours because I also noticed that another person wanted to build an embassy with me, so I accepted that. Yeah. And then it looks like a day and 15 hours ago, the French superheroes of Miraculous World, of the region Miraculous Ladybug, proposed constructing embassies. So I'll actually kind of look over this and see what they're all about. So we'll check the region first. I usually like to look over the region, see what the region's about, what they got going on, and if they're an active region. If most of the members in the region are active, I'm most likely going to accept it. But as you can see, we got a welcome region to celebrate the honor of Miraculous Ladybug World and to praise ladybugs and cat Noir's heroism. This is something I'm not too much familiar with, but perhaps they have some more information on that. So that's an interesting thing as well. Then they have Miraculous Ladybug News, Miraculous Fandom, fan-created website for Ladybug. Okay, interesting. I wonder if this is based around some kind of story and they're just working with it. In need of regional officers, the first 12 people who come inside the region will receive the power of a regional position inside here. We are an embassy collecting region. Please accept our embassy request and send one to us. Embassy 638. That's a lot. Perhaps someday, my region will get that high of a number, or if not more. And yeah, looks like they've just been focusing on constructing embassies. And the leader is the French superheroes of Miraculous World, which is the founder and the same person who sent me, the request to build embassies. So far it looks like it could still be active. Then we can see the different nations here. And then what else? Yeah, so just more embassy stuff. Yeah. I think so far it looks good. We'll click on activity, see what they got going on over here. Um, a lot of stuff. Okay, this is just my stuff right here for the self. Um, no results, regional or region dossier. There might be some stuff. Oh, there's a lot of stuff actually. Um, so it by the looks of it, there is a lot of activity by a lot of players or nations, I should say. So um, that's interesting to see that things are actually still happening. So yeah, I feel like this place is actually pretty good. We're gonna check out this city power broker. Makes sense. They are the leader of the region, or the founder, I should say. They do only they're just shy of 2 million to become a billion population state. So I wonder how old this country is. What is this? Most average? Not sure. I see what they're talking about now. It is based off a TV show, I believe. So that's interesting that this has grown to become this big. Like the whole region, I should say, not the nation itself, but it is interesting to see. Um, I don't want to click on that. I don't know what's going on. Let's check out their government stuff, administration and defense, healthcare, kind of evenly spread throughout everything, just about, I would say. Um, Averageness. Okay, that's what that meant. It really is average. I don't know how you get that, to be honest. Let's check people, murder and heart disease, and then old age. I'm gonna be honest, buddy. My I got a lot of people who die from old age and not just murder and heart disease. I don't really have these as my options, but that is what it is. I think I'm just gonna click back until I get back here. I think we've gone over just about everything. I think this is a great place um, to like create an embassy with. So um, they, there is some stuff going on down here. The message board, which seems to be active as well, at least within the last few days. So that's great. So this is an active region. Um, it seems like a lot of the members are active. So this is something I am gonna accept the embassy for. So we're just gonna go to Katopia. Um, I think there's a couple different ways to accept embassies, but I usually just go to the admin panel and I scroll until I see the embassies and I accept them, and then they get started to commence building. Which I think for I might also start adding stuff about embassies and what Katopia, the region's all about. Start adding facts about it, and that might bring in more people as well. But as you can see, we have the construction of the embassy with Miraculous Ladybug has begun. Hopefully that'll be great. We click on notices, not much going on. Did encounter a new issue. I'm not really going to go over all the issues today, I don't think. I am going to go over the World Assembly. I am going to mention, though, that this is the 3rd of November, and on Halloween, they had like a zombie like activity going on. So that was pretty cool to interact with, and you could have like sent out like you could have picked from 3 different options. The third option was to just become one with the zombies. The second option, I believe, was to find some kind of cure. And then the first option was to eradicate zombies. So that was pretty cool just to see how that went. And then you saw like the chances of surviving, how much of your population turned into zombies. But luckily, it wasn't like an effect that like stayed forever. It was just for Halloween and stuff. And so anyone who died or turned into a zombie was came back as human afterwards, anyways. But let's look over some of the World Assembly stuff. So we got Security Council spreading peace and goodwill via force if necessary. Repeal the recognition of the General Assembly. Hold on. This is interesting. Um, shall be stuck out and rendered null and void. Believing the noble intentions of this resolution is recognized through the lens of this council. However, reasoning there are a few fatal flaws within this resolution that makes it noticeable, such as finding the plethora of resolutions in the city already recognize the General Assembly chamber through the form of acknowledging past year resolutions. The most recent such resolutions to date of SC 414 commend Refugee Isle and SC 394 commend Crotech State. Um, this is actually pretty crazy because like they'll mention previous past stuff and they'll kind of note their stuff. And I really like this because like each um, resolution or whatever repeal that is proposed, they it's not filled with a whole bunch of stuff, but it's definitely filled with enough that you can understand what's going on. Certain problems with the clauses of the resolution, including but not limited to the second clause of the resolution, which is impractical to the purpose of the resolution, as all it does is just repeat the General Assembly's mission statement, giving nothing that nations cannot already find out themselves. In Clause 5, full consequences is vague, as it does not tell us anything about those consequences or how they will be given out. Yeah, so I've kind of gone over this one, and I have read the previous one too before off camera just to kind of get an idea of it. But the one thing I debate this resolution in the Security Council for proposals are for one Security Council proposal. So we can be taken to the forum and see what's going on. This one is the most recent one, and we can see what other people are saying. Ignores the draft of the last two clauses of its target to proclaiming its redundance. Um, so yeah, this is just a forum of people going over it, debating whether to vote for it or vote against it. Me personally, um, I guess I'm not really one to like pick certain things for certain stuff like this. Um, just because I'm not very well known into each resolution and repeal so far. So like I don't want to vote until I know much about everything. And so this one, I don't really know much about the resolution that they're trying to repeal right now. Um, so I'm not going to vote on it just yet. And then the protections in wartime reporting. Um, to promote funding and the development of education and the arts. This is something I think is pretty cool. So be it as follows within this resolution, wartime reporting refers to the gathering of information conducted from a war zone for the purpose of said information's publication as journalism, as well as the provision of technical assistance in the same. It kind of just goes over, everything. What they're talking about. And this is something I would vote for. So we voted for that. 2 days, 12 hours left for that to get voted. Um, and the other World Assembly issue that's going to repeal something, that is something I still want to kind of go over before anything. But now I got 5 options, and you know what? I'll do one for the video. I'll do one right now. I'll do the "Don't puff on me, say non-smokers." Uh, I might do a second one because of the lack of information in detail here. Um, the issue: there is a growing call within Caidenism to abolish smoking in public areas. Okay, interesting. Um, I'm in full support of this motion, says man on the street, Brandon Cisco. I'm sick of being stuck behind smokers, sucking in their pollution. They can light up in the privacy of their own homes if they want. What's so special about their homes? Says anti-smoking campaigner Josh Bishop. The government has a responsibility to stop people from hurting themselves. It's the same reason we should make them wear seatbelts in cars. Sooner or later, they end up in one of Caidenism's hospitals, sucking on taxpayer-funded healthcare. Not that's why we should ban smoking. We should ban it because we care. Get your hands off my flat. Think I'm gonna be honest. I think they didn't see this one through with the wording. They didn't. Anyways, Weezy's longtime smoker, Nospicio Hackett. I've been smoking for 50 years. Blah blah blah. Helps me consecrate. It does. The government should back off trying to telling a smoker he can't light up in a restaurant is discrimination, pure and simple. If you want to put stop to there, stop that. Okay, I'm gonna accept the first one, a full support of this motion. You know, like privacy of their own homes. Fine with that. Um, we're gonna see what this does. Hopefully, I mean, I do think it's gonna affect uh, freedoms a little bit. Smoking is banned in public areas. Boom, boom. We can see health kind of in, increase a little bit. Recreational drug use decrease a little bit. We got different things. Um, ah, I almost forgot. I am going to talk about something. We'll do like all the angst. I don't think I'm actually going to pick one, but I am going to mention that if it's an issue you don't want to deal with, or you don't want to see like the effects of, you can always dismiss this issue, and boom, it's gone. Um, so that's what you can do. That way, it doesn't really affect anything. Plus, then you can wait if you don't feel like even doing it anyways. So you could just do that with all of them. But I kind of just recommend, doing one or two whenever you get a few stacked up. That way, like it can have some kind of effect on your nation. But let's kind of look up where we are currently. So almost at 1.3 billion, which is nice. Um, Top 10 in a lot of different things, top 5 in a couple others. We can look at the policies. Policies haven't changed until I do something major again. Again, loss in wilderness is the second leading thing, and that's only 5.8% for death. So we got that down. Government, not much has changed here. Defense has gone down a little bit. I do think I want to work on defense and public transit a little bit more. Other than that, I'm kind of just chilling at a good spot. Economy, again, government, state-owned industries like leading, and then 0.4% in the black market. We can look specifically at our ranks, top 3% for employment in the world, which is great. We can look at our trend line. It's doing its thing. It's kind of steady. That's only because I haven't really been messing with a lot of the policies and the issues and stuff recently. So that's probably something I'm going to be working on. Hopefully, we can increase, the economy and political freedoms a little bit. But yeah, we got that going on. I think it's going pretty good. Um, Other than that, it's pretty chill. And the I should mention, I also changed this to the Great States of Catanism, because even though it's sort of like a democracy, it's not at the same time, because they're kind of worshiping me as their god when it comes to religion, which takes away from like the political freedom part. That's why that tanked. But yeah, that's what's going on. So hope you guys like enjoyed the video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. Anyways, and also join Ktopia. I'll leave the link to NationStates in the description below so you can create a nation if you haven't already. And I'll leave the region down below too so you can come join it. Um, so yeah, peace.